Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talking about the research topic lateral undulation of the bendable body of a gecko-inspired robot for energy efficient inclined surface climbing. In nature, sprawling poacher animals with their bendable spine, such as salamanders and geckos, can perform agile and versatile locomotion, including walking, swimming, and climbing. Therefore, several roboticists have used them as templates for robot design to investigate it and generate efficient locomotion. Nowadays, there are two main streamlines of sprawling poacher robot development. The first one focuses on the development of sprawling robots inspired by salamander for walking and swimming. For example, Pulse robots can achieve not only multimodal locomotion modes, but a smooth transition from swimming in water to walking on the ground and vice versa. One of the key ingredients underlying the achievement is the use of a bendable spine, which basically improves robot locomotion, while it leg structure design with simple point contact element of the foot. Parallel to the first streamline, the second one focuses on the development of sprawling robots inspired by gecko for walking and climbing. Most gecko-inspired robots mainly focus on spatial foot structure design and the use of adhesive material for climbing. Although they exhibit impressive climbing ability, none of them have exploited the essential role of the lateral undulation of a bendable spine as realized in salamander-inspired robots and found in geckos. This is because they are typically designed with an over-simplified fixed body. From this point of view, in this study, we propose a gecko-inspired robot called Slalom with an optimal bendable body and spatial foot structure design for climbing enhancement. In principle, our robot design bridges gap between salamander and gecko-like robots. Slalom with its bendable body and 4 legs. It has a total of 19 joints, 3 joints for the body and 4 for its legs, which are coordinated and driven by central pattern generator or CPG-based neural control. The structure design of our robot is based on geckos. As you can see in the figure A, the spine and legs movements during locomotion were determined from experimental video recording using high-speed camera, as you can see in the figure B. The recording video were used to track the movements of gecko skeletons during forward movement and then used to guide an evaluation with the optimal segmentation of robot body. To evaluate how well the number of joints could reproduce the curvature of gecko's bodies, we introduced an error matrix at the sum of the area between the segmented line and each curve in the dataset of gecko's postures, as you can see in the figure C. As expected, the greater number of joints, the better the segmented line can capture the shape of gecko body during locomotions. The approximate exponential convergence of the total error value facilitates the selection of T joints, which we consider as a good trade-off based on geometry as well as the resulting length and weight of the robots. The comparisons of animal and robot structure is shown in figure A and D respectively. For the control parts, the robots use CPG-based neural control that can generate basic locomotion patterns. The entire neural control system has 3 components. The first one consists of a CPG mechanism with neural modulation for generating different periodic signals. and shunting inhibition for altering body joint movement. The main CPG network generates periodic signals. You can see the signal here. The red is output of CPG-C1, the blue is output of CPG-C2. Increasing MI or modulatory inputs will increase the frequency of output signal, which leads to also increase robot's moving speed. The second one is neural CPG processing for shaping the CPG signal to obtain smooth joint trajectories. The last one is motor neurons for sending final motor position commands to all joints of slalom. Finally, slalom shows a trot gait in which the wing and stand phase of the diagonal legs occur simultaneously. As you can see the gait diagram, the black and white area indicate the stand and swing phase respectively. The stride frequency changes from slow to high according to increase the MI. To verify the locomotor abilities of our robot in this design, we carry out a series of experiments that compare the locomotions of the robot with and without bendable body. We use the cost of transport, robot speed, and slope angle for our validation. In addition, the ground reaction force and bending angular momentum were analyzed to verify the effects of the bendable body on the ability to climb an inclined surface. For robots climbing experiment, we evaluate energy efficiency while moving forwards at different solid and soft inclined surfaces with bendable and fixed body modes. The results show that the COT of both body modes tend to decrease when the frequency is increased for each solid slope angle. It is clear that these solid slope climbing experiments provide a stride frequency of 0-25 Hz, which consumes the lowest cost of transport on each slope, and consequently is what defined as the optimal moving speed. Then, this frequency was also employed in the soft inclined surface climbing experiment. Moreover, it was shown that there are two main reasons why a bendable body is advantageous compared to a fixed body in terms of energy efficiency and efficient climbing. Firstly, the COT of the bendable body was approximately 52% lower than that of the fixed body for all solid slopes when the robots move at the same stride frequency, and 54% lower for soft slope surfaces. Secondly, slalom with the bendable body can climb a steeper slope. As the video shows here, the bendable body robots climb solid surface incline up to 30 degrees, while the fixed body cannot. For the soft surface, the bendable body robots can achieve 25 degrees, while the fixed body robots cannot. To explain why slalom achieves a higher slope angle when it coordinates periodic lateral body friction and limb movement during climbing, we investigate the interaction force between the robots and the environment and qualify them by comparing the GRF between the robot with and without the bendable body. The results of GRF analysis are present in the picture. When slalom moves with a lateral undulation of the bendable body, the force gradually increases until it reaches the medial peak force of 4 Newton, as you can see at point B. This indicates that the forelimbs make a significant effort to prevent the robot's head from moving sideways in the second half of the stand phase. Typically, a larger medial force provides higher protection of the slalom head tilting out in order to maintain the movement while stepping forward. In this case, the bendable body robots exhibits larger medial force than the fixed body robot. Furthermore, the GRF illustrates that most of the propulsion in the robot is generated by its hind limb, as indicated by the posterior force. More specifically, the robot with bendable body has shown the posterior peak force of 6 newtons of the hind limb, as you can see at point E, while the forelimbs always produce a force below 4 newtons, as you can see at point D. Moreover, the climbing experiment with the bendable body produced approximately 3 newton larger posterior force in the hind limb than that with the fixed body, during 45 to 65% of the stand phase. Normally, the limb generates a posterior force when the robot propels itself forwards by putting the limb backwards. It is evident that the larger the value of posterior force, the higher the angle of slope the robots can climb. Based on the robot's movement dynamics caused by the continuous action of the ground reaction force, we introduce the bending angular momentum or LAM to review the contributions of the forelimbs, hind limb, and the body for maintaining the robot's movement. Generally, a greater amount of LAMs result a higher climbing stability on an inclined slope. We convert the bending angular momentum into body weight body length seconds and compare the results between the robot's movement with and without the bendable body, as you can see in the figure C. The mean value of LAM of robots climbing with the bendable body is 0.12, which is approximately 25 higher than that of the fixed body. This indicates that the lateral undulation of the bendable body during climbing contributes not only to a transition of force between the forelimb and hind limb, but also to maintain stability of continuities of the locomotion due to the gain of the bending angular momentum. Finally, for discussions, as mentioned at the beginning, in terms of design, our robots designed with the gap between the salamander and gecko-like robots. Regarding control mechanisms, most existing salamander and gecko robots use inverse kinematics, which is required the robot's kinematics models, and complex multi-CPG, which is required synchronization mechanism between CPG to generate the robot's gait. However, our simple and single CPG-based neuron approach neither require a kinematics model nor a CPG synchronization to generate a thought case. In the future, we will extend our single CPG-based control with the delay line and premotor neural network with a fast learning mechanism to automatically obtain multiple gaits and various body patterns, such as standing and towering wave. This extension will allow the robot to efficiently achieve different locomotion modes, such as walking, swimming, and climbing, up and down, inclined surface, and wall. Thank you for your attention.